Hey everyone, and welcome to another Full of Germs review. I am Germs, and this is Captain Marvel. It is the newest movie from Marvel Studios, the 21st, and it is starring Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, and Goose the Cat, and a lot of other people, but one Goose the Cat. So, I don't know much about the character, but what I do know is that there's a lot of controversy around this movie, and I will try to avoid it, even though I will say that I really like this movie. Right there, everyone's like, oh, how could you like this movie? You're a feminazi, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just like good movies. Or I like great movies. I just want to see a great movie. I want to see great characters. I want to, like, doesn't matter if female or male. Yes, we need more great female characters, absolutely. But I just want to see a great movie, and this was a good movie. Why is it good? So I will give you the good, I will give you the bad, and I will give you everything else. So let's start off with the good. And that first one I would have to say is Samuel Jackson. He is a very different Nick Fury in this one. He is very happy, and he's got an awesome little rapport with Goose the Cat, which I tried to avoid all the spoilers, everything I could. I saw maybe the 2 trailers, and then tried to avoid everything else. But you know, when you're on Twitter, you're on social media, then everyone is just like, hey, here's the new Funko Pops, the Captain Marvel, here's Goose the Cat. Like, what are you doing? What is this Goose the Cat? Like, why does this cat have his own Funko Pop? Like, what is going on? There's something big going on with this cat. But when you see him in the movie, it's like, you can't help but love this cat. And I'm a cat person. I have my little honey kitty, and she's adorable. And when we got home from the movie, we're like, oh, you're like our Goose. And Nick Fury is the same way. When you see him here, it's like, what happened to my Nick? But I like this Nick. He's hilarious. So Fury, man, he's good. And I like some of the relationships, the friendships in this movie, especially with Brie Larson's character, Carol, Captain Marvel, and Maria and her daughter Monica, which I wanted more of them too. And like, they were like the heart of the movie when they were there, and I like that. I wish there was more of them. And yeah, as much as people are complaining about Brie Larson, I thought she did a great job in this. She shows a lot of promise. She's an awesome actress. And yeah, like, this is an origin story, and you see enough of her character, what character she's supposed to have in here, as she learns about herself, like who she is, this whole amnesia thing, where she came from, like what are these powers, what is Marvel, all of it. So it's her figuring out this world, and I'm excited to see where she goes from here. You know, what the next adventure will be. Like, I thought she was great. Like, again, not 100% perfect or awesome, but you get the gist of what she's about, and that's enough for me. My wife loved her, and she's already like, I'm gonna cosplay as her. I love this moment where she's just like being a total badass. Like, she admitted that she liked it better than Wonder Woman, and time will tell on that one for me. But yeah, she's a great character, and you can tell, like, there are gonna be a lot of little girls that like, I love Captain Marvel. Like, I want to be Captain Marvel, same as my wife. Also, as far as characters and actors go, Ben Mendelsohn, I really liked him as the Skrull leader, Talos, I think that was his name. Yeah, even in the worst movies, he is a shining light. He is awesome. He is a shining, over-the-top light. And he's great in this one, like, all with the Skrull makeup and all that. And yeah, he's just awesome. So I liked him, and I kind of wanted even more of him. Even though maybe you get enough, but I like the guy. So he was great in the movie too. The fact that it's set in the 90s, it feels like a 90s superhero movie. Like, as much as sometimes maybe it's like they try a little too hard with the 90s things, like, hey, remember Bush? Like, remember this band? Like, hey, Blockbuster, that was a thing. Yeah, at times it felt like they were like beating you over the head with things, but yeah, I thought that it was still, it felt like a 90s movie sometimes. Thankfully not the CGI and all that, which I thought was pretty good too. But yeah, I kind of liked that feel of it. You know, it helps make this movie different than all the others. So that I give it as a compliment and as a positive. And also the fact that there were a couple little twists in the film that some I kind of maybe saw coming, because I overthink these things. I watch the movie, I'm just like, all right, that's probably this guy, and this one is just doing this, and and like one or two things that I was like, ooh, okay, didn't expect that fully, and I enjoyed that. It just kind of kept me on my toes, and still got me thinking a lot during the movie, and again, that'll be a plus for me. So let's go to the negative. So I didn't like the amnesia thing. Like, it kind of starts off like, I understand, like, it wants to kind of set you in the mood of the characters. Like, I have no idea what's going on. She doesn't know what's going on. But it feels a little disjointed the way that it's done, and not in a good way. And it was a little too much. Like, I wanted to like the character. Again, it's that whole fish out of water thing. And you want to feel, something for her. And that doesn't help her character that much with the way that it was kind of edited together with all that. So I thought that maybe there would have been a better way to set that all up. But that's again, maybe a little nitpick. But for me, it's like, it just kind of like, all right, like, I want to fall in love with this character. Like, when you first see Tony Stark and you first see this character, you're just like, this is you, gotcha. But here I'm like, I don't know who you are. And the mood of the, like, it can get very serious sometimes, and then a funny joke happens, and then like this happens, and then all of a sudden like Cat does something funny. It's like, I understand that's most Marvel movies, but this one, it just feels a little off with that, where it's like, okay, I understand there's not a lot of laughs here, but when there is, it just seems kind of out of nowhere. And again, that's a little nitpick. And one other thing, kind of a little retconning, like, oh, this is where that came from, kind of thing. Like, I didn't dig too much. So, and when I get the movie, or it shows up on TV, I feel like whenever that scene comes up, I'll just be like, just covering my eyes and ears and just, no, I'm just gonna ignore this, skip scene, and we'll move on. Oh, and one more negative before I forget too. This was a big one for me, and it was during one of the action scenes. The music that played during it, this one scene, I was not a fan of at all. I was like, it just didn't fit. But maybe in a 90s superhero movie it would. I understand where it's just like, yeah. But it just didn't work. It just didn't work. It totally like took me out of the movie. I was just like, I don't want to watch what happens here. Like, not as bad as the previous scene that I mentioned, but it was just like, it was just kind of cringy. Like, you didn't have to do that. Like, you might as well play freaking Spice Girl or something. Like, I don't know. It's just a little too cheesy and over the top, even for a Marvel movie. Like, how did you do that? But it's there. The other things, what I like to mention too is that there's a nice little tribute to Stan Lee, nice couple tributes to Stan Lee in this one, especially one extra little nerdy one. If you know what goes on in this scene, you see what it's referring to, and you'll be like, ooh. It's a fun little moment, and and again, it's all nice little tributes to Stan. Yeah, so as far as this movie, do I recommend it? Yeah. As far as completionist goes, yeah, you definitely have to, and especially before Endgame happens, you gotta watch this movie because it might set up something. Wink. And that hurt. and yeah, as far as like a good movie, yeah, it's highly enjoyable. It's not as bad as the critics and everyone else said. And hey, my little kitty right here definitely recommends the movie, right, little honey? Yeah, you like the movie. Yeah, so it's a great little movie. Take your cats. Your cat will definitely enjoy the movie. And yeah, don't listen to what the people say. Just enjoy it for yourself, right, honey? Yeah, we enjoyed it. So yeah, go check it out. If you have checked it out, what do you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I'm sure you hated it because, you know, a lot of other people hated it. So let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I am at Full of Germs, and she doesn't have a Twitter, but yeah, just let me know what you think. If there's anything you want me to review or talk about, just let me know. And yeah, that's the end of my video. And I'll see you in the next one. Right, honey? Bye-bye.